blonde entrepreneur, Ilya Brodsky. Please take the stage.
Woo!
Yeah? Oh, okay. All right, hi everybody. Good afternoon or good morning. My name is Ilya. I'm the CEO and founder of VanHack, and hopefully I have some slides. Guys? Anyway, great. Okay, we're good. All right, let me start. Hi everybody, my name is Ilya. I'm the CEO and founder of VanHack, and we help tech talent get jobs abroad. We help companies find the best developers from around the world that want to relocate to their cities and help them remove the friction from doing so. And today I'm going to talk about the power of a talent community and how we've built a community of over 115,000 tech professionals and are helping some of the world's largest companies bring them on board. So first I'll talk quickly about myself and VanHack, but really I want to get into the benefits of creating a talent community, how to build one and how we've built one, and then talk a couple of success cases and of course take your questions. So as I mentioned, my name is Ilya. I'm a global citizen. I didn't see myself as that. I'm a Russian who was born in Canada. I'm a Russian who grew up in Canada, went to school in the US, lived in Brazil. I went to Chile, Germany, and now I'm living in Portugal. And really that has kind of been the emphasis of the immigration. It's been part of my life, and really part of what we do is help people immigrate to new countries and find better lives and better opportunities and jobs. And what VanHack is, as I mentioned, a global community, but for tech talent. But really, we started off as an education company. We found out what our talent needed, which was soft skills. And in the beginning, we didn't even set out to create a recruiting company. We just started teaching developers English, helping them with their resumes, understanding how to do a cover letter, and really prepare for an interview. And that started becoming something that got companies to ask us, hey, do you have a developer that works with Ruby or works with Python, etc., especially senior level talent? And we were able to quickly make connections, and then someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, you should start a recruiting company out of this, and so we did. But really, more than anything, we are a community. We're not a talent pool, we're a community. We're a group of people who are working together towards a common goal, and we're helping them achieve that goal. So, before we get into it, a quick note, and also these are some of the companies we work with. The problem that we're solving, and really why we're doing this, and kind of what we're seeing in the market. You've probably all heard of this, or everyone knows this is a big problem in the industry, is that recruiters out there, probably none of you, but many out there, are just spamming developers. Hey, I saw you have Ruby on Rails as a keyword in your profile that you worked with it 6 years ago. We have a great Ruby job. Copy, paste, copy, copy, paste, copy, paste. This is actually some real examples that our developers in our community shared with me. They get these daily, weekly, and it's really not working. It's really not effective. So how do you actually find engaged candidates at scale? There's many different ways, but we believe the answer is to build that kind of talent community of people who you'd like to attract, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in the next few months, few years, and find those people from all over the world. So what is a community? What is that really? This is the definition of it, and we really find it's a group of people that are trying to solve a common problem, and that really binds them together. You think of a sports team, think of maybe a neighborhood in a way, but really people who are working towards a common purpose, and that's what we see with our candidates. They all have this challenge, they all have this problem of how do I convince company X around the world to give me a shot versus someone else. So why do this? We see it as a great recruiting strategy, not mostly short term, but actually long term. If you build a community, you can find that great candidate faster. You have that engaged pipeline of qualified candidates that will be ready to go right away. For example, whenever we post a job, we get maybe 50 applicants in the first 24 hours. Many of who are qualified. We've been able to help place developers in 24, 48 hours. So we have the community there, we have the talent there, and hopefully that's something you guys all will build as well. It'll increase referrals. A lot of times our candidates really love being part of the community. They've been helped by the community, other members help each other, and then that increases people to bring chance of people inviting their friends. And also it really acts as a pre-onboarding. So you have people warm and qualified, and they come in through your to a team already knowing your culture, already feeling what you guys are all about. So that's just one question to everyone here. Do you have a candidate culture? do you have a culture of how you want your candidates to be or to think, and not your actual team culture, but what is your candidate culture? Is that something you guys have, something you think about? I'd love to talk about that maybe after. And again, really, community is not a talent pool. It's not just a list of CVs or resumes or emails. People are not just numbers. There's people that are talking to each other, engaging with each other, helping each other out. So, how do you actually build a talent community? What are the real things you need to do? First, you have to identify a problem that your candidates have. For example, maybe they all want to learn a programming language or get better at a programming language. Maybe they want to learn something or improve something. That's not necessarily something that is directly related with their job. For example, for us, the problem we solved was helping them with their soft skills, improving their English communication, etc. But what might that be for you? Then, to solve that problem, we want to create valuable content around it. Videos, blog posts, etc. We'll talk about that soon. And then, of course, track it and retain them. The way I would say it is look at your candidates as students, as people who want to improve and learn and get somewhere. Students of a specific programming language or a specific skill set, etc. That's really the way that we see it, and I think by seeing them as students, people who want to learn and improve, we're able to help them and build that community faster. A really good example of this, I think, is Buffer from the US. They have a really transparent company that has a great culture blog, and they talk a lot about team building, culture, etc. And I don't know the stats because I'm sure they don't share this, but they really, I'm sure, get really good candidates that come in because that connect a lot with that culture and talent blog. So how do you actually create this content, distribute it? So for us, our newsletter, our email list is really key. Not just sending generic kind of BS newsletters, and you have to actually send personal emails to these people. Creating a blog and sharing about that, as I mentioned with Buffer. Going to things like these conferences and meetups, I guess maybe not this one, but other conferences. And then YouTube or video has been really good for us as well. This is actually a virtual recruiting fair we did last week. We had 250 developers on it. Everyone was helping each other, exchanging ideas, and really having that camaraderie in our community. We also go to hiring fairs with Computer, where our candidates are online and we can introduce them to the companies, and that's been really fun. And then also we do virtual hackathons. So these kind of community building events are the events that we do. And so how do you actually attract this talent? Facebook is a big channel for us, social media, not just sharing jobs. I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen companies just share, apply now on the job board. They don't actually share interesting, meaningful content. Be active in develop communities, and of course your team getting people. One thing I just want to kind of quickly touch on and finish up is this idea of having candidates talk to each other. I think it's really interesting. One of maybe the things I'm most proud of is that how much our candidates interact with each other and help each other. What if you connected everyone who's in your ATS to each other and help them help each other? What would that do for the quality of your candidates? Just something to think about. So, quick takeaways. See your candidates as students, people that want to learn, that want to improve, not just numbers. And think about who is your chief community officer. Is that your talent manager, the head of HR? Is that the founder of the company? Who is that person? Having a newsletter and a forum is really, really helpful. So quickly, just to finish off, 2 success cases. This is one of our first hiring partners, hired 4 senior Ruby developers from us. That you can't really see it, what they said, but they said that they went from having to kind of compromise to be able to pick and choose from a variety of skills and really being spoiled with the talent. And then also another one from last week, the company hired 5 senior .NET developers with us just in the last 2 weeks. Said they were really, really skeptical when they started working with us. They couldn't believe it, the results. They usually get 1 out of 10 interviews, they got 5 out of 6 hires. So I really think there's a lot of value to be had when building a talent community, and I hope this helps you build yours. Thank you very much.
Woo!
That's great, thanks, Ilya. I love the fact